Hey, it's Brian Newman with the Spotlight of Business Owner Show, and today we're thrilled to have JR Vallone. Hi, JR, how are you?
Good morning. How's it going? Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, good. Yeah, thank you for being here. Yeah, I wanted to find out, you got a fabulous business that everyone's got to learn about this. I mean, I know you've been doing this for a long time. Can you let people know how did you get into it 15 years before rideshare was even a word or a concept?
Yeah, no, not technically 15 years. I've been in business for 15 years, but when I started my company and this concept, rideshare and Uber and Lyft weren't even a concept at all. But basically, the idea started years ago. I lived in Colorado. I was a regional sales director and I flew in and out of Denver International. I had to take this van called the Super Shuttle, which
Oh,
have
yeah.
since gone out of business.
Oh, really?
But
Wow.
yeah, the rideshare business put them out of business. But it took about 3 hours to get to the airport because I live so far away. And they made numerous stops along the way. And I just told myself there's got to be a more efficient, effective way for business travelers to get to and from the airport. Now, fast forward to 2005, I moved to Arizona with a job promotion with a Fortune 100 company. I was an
Oh,
outside sales rep, and life was doing great. And then 2008 came, and they laid off about 1,500 sales reps in 1 week. I
wow.
needed to find another job, and the idea popped back into my head, and I just told myself I thought the North Phoenix Scottsdale market would be the ideal place to try to give this concept a shot. And 15 years later, I'm still doing it.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's amazing. No, yeah, congratulations. That is really a huge accomplishment. No, I was going to ask you, what areas do you guys drive in or pick up in and drop off in?
Yeah, so when I first started, I took rides from everywhere because I had no business. So as the years progressed, I kind of targeted down and shrunk my territory because the valley is a pretty vast piece of area, and to drive all around just wasn't as effective. So I kind of zoned in on what I call the North Valley area. So north of the Loop 101. That would be North Scottsdale, North Phoenix, Carefree, Cave Creek, Anthem, New River. We service as far east over as Fountain Hills and Rio Verde, and as far west over to Peoria to Vistancia and the Trilogy Blackstone area. So that is my sweet spot for the airport service that we provide.
Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. So why would someone choose your company as opposed to taking a taxi or a rideshare?
Yeah, great question. And really, it all comes down to driver reliability and professionalism. I joke around all the time, and I say that ride shares or taxis are like Forrest Gump box of chocolates. You never know what's going to show up and what you're going to get. Now, there are some fantastic rideshare drivers, but on the most part, at least I can speak with my own personal experience. I've had some well below the par drivers and bad experiences. And with Arizona Executive, you're going to get drivers that have been driving and doing this for some of them for 10 plus years. We're
Oh,
reliable, dependable. You never have to worry about us showing up, especially when you could have thousands of dollars of international airline tickets on the line. You don't want to risk it with just anybody showing up or just deciding not to show up.
oh, okay. Okay. I know myself, I've experienced that too. I just wondered if I was going to make it to my destination, and they could barely speak English. So, but anyways, yeah, I've heard this surge pricing. I know, yeah, a lot of people do not like surge pricing. Does your company do that, surge price?
That's a great question. First, I really want to define it for our audience. There may be people that don't understand what surge pricing is, so I'll keep it very simple and basic. So, what surge pricing is, it's supply and demand that these rideshare companies do, and we'll just keep it very basic. Say you live 30 miles from the airport, so that ride from your house to the airport is 30 miles. Let's just say the fare for that ride, and again, I'm just making numbers up here. Let's just say it costs $50. Well, when you come back a week later and you happen to land at 5 o'clock, right in the middle of rush hour, the rideshare companies are going to deem that to be a very high demand time. That same
Oh,
30 miles to drive you back home could be as much as $200 with the same company.
oh,
I,
wow.
I feel, and I have always felt that it's the same distance, it's the same 30 miles. We do not jack up the rate on clients. Whatever you paid to go that 30 miles is the same rate you're going to pay to go back, regardless of if you land at 5 o'clock in the middle of rush hour. So that is a
Oh,
huge
nice.
difference between us and these rideshare companies out there.
Oh, okay. Wow, that is a huge difference. But our audience is listening, and I want them to know what's the best way that they can contact you.
Okay, the number below is our main office number, 602 Again, the beauty of what I try to create to differentiate myself from my competition, I firmly believe that you should still be able to talk live to a live human being. I have an
Hmm.
office manager that has been with me for 13 years.
Oh,
She
wow.
is phenomenal. Her name is Roxanne. She has not missed one single day in
Wow.
13
Wow.
years. I don't know if anybody can say that, but I can attest that she hasn't. She answers the phone 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Arizona time. And, or you can make your reservation online at our website at your convenience 24 hours a day. Our website address is www.arizonaexecutivellc.com. So those are the two best ways to get a hold of us or make a reservation or ask for a quote.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, reach out to them at that. Again, that number is 602-475-1125. That's the easiest way. So yeah, how many vehicles are in your fleet? And how many drivers do you have?
Okay, sometimes it fluctuates. We're definitely a seasonal company. In this market, it's heavily concentrated in the area that we service with snowbirds. So our summer months are quite a bit. We slow down, and basically our peak season is from September 1st until the end of May. So we're just now going into our what we call non-peak season. But currently, we've got 12 drivers, and they all have various different schedules. Some only drive on the weekends, some only drive early mornings. So we find a way to make everybody's unique schedule work. And that gives us tremendous flexibility. So when we have multiple reservations at the same time, we can always provide every client and customer with their own executive SUV.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, I know a lot of people get nervous, when they're traveling early in the morning, like at 3, 4, or 5 in the morning. And I know it gets complicated, when picking up people at the airport. How does your company handle these situations?
Yeah, in the business, we call those times ugly rides, Brian.
Oh, wow.
Nobody wants to ask their husband or wife or their neighbor, "Hey, can you give me a ride to the airport at 3 o'clock in the morning?" So that's what we're here for. That's what we do. Again, jokingly, we call them ugly rides because you have to understand we're as drivers, we're waking up about 2 o'clock to be at your house at 3 a.m. So that turns into a long day. But that's what we do. That's the kind of service we provide, to give our clients reassurance. What we do also, especially for those early AM pickups, you will get a text from your driver and it will show a real time location of our vehicle approaching your house. So
Oh,
basically, you have confidence to see visually, hey, my driver is on the way. And for the most part, our clients love that peace of mind. They don't have to stress. We've got a lot of older clients, nervous Nellies, and they're just at ease. Once they know that the driver's on the way, then they can focus on getting ready and making sure they got everything for their trip to the airport.
oh, okay, okay. And yeah, I was going to ask you, is it just airport, drop off and pickup, or do you do other rides?
Okay, so we have two facets to our company. The airport service is done by Arizona Executive. Over the years, I've developed more business and unique opportunities in transportation. So I created kind of a subsidiary company called Touch of Class Transport.
Oh,
And what that handles is anything non airport related. So we've got a fleet of large motor coach buses, a stretch Escalade limousine, a Mercedes Sprinter van, access to 14 passenger vans. So we handle any special event, for example, taking groups to concerts, to sporting events, to Sedona for the day, to the Grand Canyon.
oh,
We
wow.
will we will take small or large groups anywhere in the state of Arizona. So that is on the special events side called Touch of Class.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, that's nice. Oh, and I was always curious, like, since I've been reading about your business, what's the furthest distance you've ever taken someone, either drop off or pick up?
Okay, so again, we say that we service the entire state of Arizona. About a year ago, we got a call from a gentleman who lives down in, I guess, southern Arizona, Florence, kind of by the Casa Grande area. And he's like, hey, I'd like to book you guys. Can you take us to Las Vegas and back in your Sprinter van?
Oh,
So
wow.
the Sprinter van was available. We had a driver that was willing to go to Vegas and back. And guess what? We took them to Vegas and we picked them up 4 days later and brought them
Wow.
home. So again, we're willing to go the extra mile and be creative and flexible. Although we say we'll service anywhere in the state of Arizona, if somebody called us and said we'd like to go to San Diego or LA or Las Vegas, we'll do it. And also, I just want to let you know we do service Rocky Point, Mexico.
Oh
So
my
we have
God.
taken about 2 dozen clients to and from Rocky Point, and that's kind of the Phoenician getaway, a
Oh,
4 hour
wow.
drive to be on the beach and ocean down there.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, I've always wanted to go down there. I didn't know how far it was, but no, that's good to know. Yeah, so just one final question. How do your rates compare with others?
Extremely competitive. I always say you have to compare apples to apples. So with the rideshare business, they have their lowest level of service. You could get picked up in a Pinto, a Ford Pinto, a Toyota Corolla. That's not the service we provide. We provide only executive SUVs, which equates with the highest level of service that these ride shares have. So when you compare apples to apples, our pricing is very competitive. In most cases, we're actually less than their top level of service. That again is a fair comparison. I actually bring out my phone and do comparison rates all the time when I'm parked waiting for clients, and I can pull up and see exactly what these ride shares would have charged the customer to go to the airport. And favorably, I'm going to say 8 times out of 10, we come out and we're a lower cost savings for the client.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, so once again, can you let our viewers know how to get in touch with you, how to book a ride?
Yep, absolutely. If you feel comfortable, you go to our website 24 hours a day, www.arizonaexecutivellc.com. If you're old school and you just want to talk to a live human being, give our office a call 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Our office manager, Roxanne, will gladly take your reservation over the phone. Our office number is 602-475 1125. And I'd like to add one more thing, Brian.
Yeah,
What makes us a little bit more unique, and again, and this is my passion to keep things more human, the human element. I feel in today's society, a lot of the big businesses, everything's automated. You can't talk to somebody live. Another
yeah.
facet that we do that differentiates ourselves is if you make an airport reservation with us, the day before you leave, you get a live personal phone call from our office manager, Roxanne. She will call you and remind you that you are on our schedule for a pickup the next day.
Oh,
It makes
nice.
people feel at ease. They love that human element connection. And again, my competition isn't doing that at all. So again, it's another thing that really makes us go above and beyond to provide the best service possible to our clients.
Oh, that's great. That is great. So, for those of you that are listening, get in touch with him today. Call his number 602-475-1125 and enjoy that luxury ride to or from to the airport or wherever your destination is. So, yeah, thank you. Thank you,
Absolutely.
JR. Yeah, it's good to see you.
Yes, I'm excited. Thank you again for your time. You're an animal who wakes up on Saturday morning at 6:30 a.m. and is doing a live Zoom call. Only you, buddy. Only you.
Thank you. Thank you.